Yo, what is up YouTube? We are back again with another zombie video, and in this video today we're going to be talking about the recent XP changes in Vanguard Zombies that was brought to us in Season 1, and it is not good. If you guys are not already subscribed, feel free to hit that subscribe button because I post zombies tips, tricks, and guides every single week and you do not want to miss it. Also, you can follow me on Twitter or join the Discord. Links to those will be in the description below. Yes, you heard me correctly. Pretty much the only thing that made Vanguard Zombies even playable or a reason to play it was for the weapon XP, because it was the fastest weapon XP that you could find in the game. Because in my previous video where I broke down all the XP rates in zombies and how to go about doing them, you were able to get over 64,000 weapon XP an hour with double weapon XP active. That at some points is twice as much as you would get in multiplayer. But now before we go into detail about the XP rates and how they were changed, the link to the video on how to do these strategies are in the description below, so if you want to still, for some odd reason, want to grind weapon XP in Vanguard Zombies, check that video out because I'll show you in detail on how to successfully do all these strategies. But now, the XP rates in multiplayer, before Season 1 was released, you were able to achieve about 20 to 30,000 weapon XP per hour in multiplayer, assuming you get on average 20 to 30 kills per game. Now, I went ahead and I jumped into multiplayer just to see if they changed the XP rates in that also, but honestly, I didn't notice any significant difference. If anything, they went up because of the new maps that they added that allowed you to get more kills per game, because I was averaging about 30,000 weapon XP an hour, even after Season 1's update. But now I want to talk about the Zombies XP rate, because before Season 1, the fastest way to gain weapon XP in Zombies would land you 32,000 XP per hour. Now that is doing the hosting method where you have one person hosting and the other three or one person will jump in and out of that match and kill 20 zombie kills, because that is when the XP drops off, and they would just rinse and repeat that method, and that would land them 32,000 weapon XP per hour. Now that is 100% not the case anymore, because now when attempting that with 4 players total, you will only get 23,000 weapon XP per hour. Now that is a huge drop off, a significant nerf, because that is 28% less weapon XP you are getting than before Season 1. Don't worry, because it gets even better, because the biggest method that most people used was doing it solo. You could jump into a match, you could get harvest or you could get transmit. You jumped in, you kill 30 zombies, because that is when the XP rates dropped off significantly in a solo match. Then you would back out after 30 kills, join back up, and you would rinse and repeat this method for a total of 15,000 weapon XP per hour. That is not the case, because just as we've seen a 28% reduction in 4 players, we now see a 33% reduction in weapon XP when doing it solo, because before you'd get 15,000 weapon XP per hour, and now you only get 9 to 10,000 weapon XP per hour. But here's the weird thing, that's where the nerfs stop. I mean, I understand why, which I'll get to in a second, but when you're doing the solo strat of just a normal playthrough of round 1 through 6, you still average 11,000 weapon XP per hour, just as you did previously. And when you have 4 players, you still average 16,000 weapon XP per player. So what does this mean? Well, obviously Treyarch knew we were grinding weapon XP at the early rounds and quit the game. I mean, it's obvious, if we're grinding for weapon XP, we're going to go through the fastest method possible, and that was just playing the early rounds and quitting, which is round 1, because there was a huge difference compared from round 1 to round 2, and they knew it. So instead of making the higher rounds more rewarding and raising the XP rates at the higher rounds, I mean, you guys already know where I'm going with this, instead they nerfed the lower rounds, so we get less weapon XP at the lower rounds, making the higher rounds somehow more rewarding. So to sum it all up, those are pretty much the XP nerfs that we've seen in Season 1's release. Is just at round 1 you get a 25 to 33% reduction in weapon XP. I mean, it's still close to on par with multiplayer, but is it worth the grind and the effort? I'm just gonna leave that question up to y'all. But until next time, I will catch y'all in the next video. Peace.